لعلي لا أملك الكثير من الوقت، ونظراً أيضاً لظروف الضيف لما عنده من مشاغل واجتماع بعد هذه الجلسة، سوف أختصر قدر الإمكان في المقدمة والخاتمة، وأرجو إذا كان هناك وقت أتيح هذا الوقت إلى الأسئلة. إخواني، استبيحكم عذراً نظراً لظروف الجلسة، سوف أقدم هذا الضيف باللغة الإنجليزية، فأرجو منكم وضع السماعة الترجمة في الأذن. My guest here is from South Korea. His name is Dr. Khabsong Kim. He's a director of the Office of Teacher Policy Study at KIDI, which stands for Korean Educational Development Institute. He has many studies, and he has many studies related to teaching policy, and he is a member of Presidential Advisor Committee. فليتفضل الضيف. تفضل. You can go over here. No, you can go here.
Okay, thank you, Chair. My name is Khabsong Kim from South Korea, and I think I just allowed it to just less than 30 minutes to have the presentation. So I try to keep the time schedule. Okay. My topic is teacher professions and challenges of teacher policy for preparing knowledge society in Korea. My presentation is consists of two parts. First one is teacher and teaching profession in Korea, and second part is Korean situation and preparation in future in teacher policy. So let's move to the first part of my presentation. Teachers in Korea are the most influential resources in school. So many Koreans said the quality of students cannot exceed the quality of teachers. And teachers usually are providing vision and direction for education in school. However, they are oversupplied in Korea. The teaching profession is one of very attractive job in Korea. The reason I will explain the reason later. And teaching profession is many capable teaching profession. Many teacher students wants to be a teachers, and teaching profession wins respect from the public. Why the teaching profession is attractive are the following reasons. The first one is the stable occupation with relative abundant free time. They are usually having the 3 months for vacation for 1 year. The stable and guaranteed tenure of the teaching profession up to 62. Which means the retirement age is 62. The education public servant law and other laws protect teachers and their status. The public generally trusts teachers and teaching profession in Korea. The work climate is somewhat more autonomous than other jobs. However, there is weakness in teaching profession like this. The first one is economic status. They usually receive the low income compared with the professionals required same level of academic background. Salary system is based on the seniority, not on performance. Promotion system is too simplified, and the waiting term for promotion is too lengthy. Yeah, this is the pathway to become a teacher in Korea. Elementary school teachers are trained in 12 national universities of education and one program of private university across the country. The total is 13 programs are training the primary school teachers in Korea. However, the second school teachers are trained in many teacher training institutions, such as the Colleges of Education, Department of Education in comprehensive universities, teacher education courses in comprehensive universities, and graduate schools of education. If you want to be a teacher in a national or public school, they have to possess teacher certificate at first, and then they have to pass very comparative teacher entrance exam. However, the private school teachers just need it for teacher certificate. They don't have to pass the teacher entrance exam. Private schools have their own teacher selection systems. This is the summary of the pathway to become a teacher in Korea. As soon as students graduate from the university, they get teaching certificate automatically. But if they want to be a teacher in the public and national schools, they have to pass the teacher employment exam, entrance exam, and then they are allocated to the public schools in the country. The positions of teachers are classified as teacher, vice principal, and principal, very simple. And the competition for promotion is very severe because there are around 1,100 schools in Korea. So, which means every school has one principal and at least one principal, depending on the size of schools. So, the school size, if the school size is bigger, at least two vice principals can be hired for the schools. But usually just one vice principals in schools. So just the 2,200 vice principals and the principals in Korean schools. But over 400,000 teachers are in Korea. So just 22,000 vice principal and principals out of 400,000 teachers are the participating in the schools as the vice principals and principals. Teacher promotion is divided by various sources of evaluation, such as the length of service, performance score, and research achievement, and the bonus points for various educational activities. This is a summary of the teacher promotion in Korea. As soon as the students graduate from the teacher training institute, they get the second grade of teacher certificate, and after 5 years for service for teaching, they usually get the first grade of teacher certificate after training and the examination. And then 20 years after that time, they usually try to become the vice principal for schools and principal. Teacher salary consists of basic salary determined by seniority and assorted allowances. We have just a single unitary salary steps. So there is no difference in their basic salary. And teachers are evaluated by three kinds of evaluations. The first one is teacher appraisal for performance, for the promotion. The second one is pay for performance for incentives. Third one is newly introduced things is the teacher appraisal for the professional development since 2010. That's just 2 years ago. Teachers works very lots of things in classroom, in school. First one is the class preparation and teaching, and extra curriculum teaching during after hours, and the advertising special activities, and so on. Okay, I skip this slide. And the government provide the following the welfare system to teachers: the vacation, pension, and leave of absence. Okay, let's go to the next part of my presentation, which titled "The Korean Situation and Preparation in Teacher Policy." At this time, I'm going to try to mention about the issue we are facing in terms of teacher policy, and I'm going to compare the issues with the OECD and the OECD countries. The issue of OECD countries they are facing now. So, okay, the first part is the teacher supply. The OECD country is concerned maintaining an adequate supply of good quality teachers, especially in high demand subject areas such as math, language, and science, and so on. However, in Korea, the teachers are the oversupplied students, teachers who are very qualified. The top 5% of the graduate students of high school usually go to the teacher training institutions for becoming teachers in Korea. Take a look at the graphic. In 2005, 21,000 students were trained for becoming teachers. And in 2009, the 17,000 students were trained for becoming teachers. But take a look at the 2009 the graph. Only 2,532 students were selected as teachers. So the government tried to prepare for the future and for preparing the knowledge society to like this. We are trying to adjust the number of teacher training institutions by evaluating them, because there are 300 almost 400 teacher training institutions in Korea. So we are going to downsize the number of trainees and abolition of courses according to the result of evaluation. So if a teacher training institute received the low result of the evaluation, and they should close the teacher training institute, or cut back the number of trainees. And we are trying to adjust the number of teachers by tightening requirement to obtain a teacher certificate, for adjusting the number of students who can possibly meet requirement. And we are trying to tighten criteria for course credits to obtain a teacher certificate. OECD countries concern few high achievers of teachers and fewer males these days. The Korea is however, enough high achiever, but fewer male teachers at elementary level, especially elementary level. So take a look at the graph, which came from the result of TALIS. The TALIS means the Teaching and Learning International Survey. Teaching and Learning International Survey. And 24 OECD members and the non-OECD partner countries were participating in this project, in the international survey. And Korea is there. So take a look at the size of the graph. The average is located in the middle. So the 7 out of 10 teachers in average in the middle school are the female teachers. But however, the Korea is just below the average. So we are trying to intensify curriculum of teacher training institutions by evaluating them. I mentioned before, we are trying to train high quality teachers at teacher training institutes, and we are trying to tighten criteria for course credits to obtain a teacher certificate. And the government asked the University of Education choose the 30% of men among freshmen. This is a kind of obligation to the University of Education, which means the admission quota. And then another alternative way to move the male teachers to another schools is to adjust the gender ratio for teachers through rotation. The public and national school teachers should be rotated for the move to school every 5 years. And teaching profession is aged. So OECD countries concerned, many teachers are over 50 years of age. And Korea, however, is relatively young teaching forces. This graphic came from the TALIS, the result of TALIS. The upper two parts stands for the over 50-year-old teachers. So take a look at Italia, the left side, side of the graph. Italy has the 5 out of 10 teachers are the over 50s. But in case of Korea, only the 2 out of 10 teachers are over 50. So the Korean teachers are relatively younger than the other countries. However, we are trying to prepare for the future. So the Korean teachers' retirement age was reduced from 65 to 62 in 1999. And many teachers took honorary retirement at that time. And the young teachers were relatively more recruited from 1999. And for the aged teachers, the government introduced last year the system, the master teacher system for seniority teachers. The OECD countries concern the low quality of initial teacher education and little connection to induction and ongoing professional development. Korea is facing the same problem, I think. So this is the interview contents from the students who were studying in the teacher training institutes. So they said what we have learned is totally different from what high school students have learned. Gap is too wide. So we have learned can help only a minority of gifted students, not average students. So the government tried to tighten the students' teaching courses in teacher training institutes. And we are trying to effort to make standard curriculum for teacher training institutes. As I mentioned before, there are so many teacher training institutions all around my country, but the quality of the training courses are very various depending on the teacher training institutions are located in. And the government tried to tighten curriculum of teacher training through strict evaluation for teacher training institutions these days. And selection and employment of a teacher is another topic. The OECD country concerned is not sure if the most competitive candidates are selected as teachers. Korea has the same problems, I believe. Teacher entrance exam is based on paper and pencil test, which means that just the test is composed of the multiple choice test. And so the government will introduce another types of the exam system from, I believe, the next year. The test is composed of the mainly setting, the essay type test when the teachers are recruited. And the government tried to intensify in-depth interviews and the personality and attitude test about teaching in teacher training institutions. The most important thing for the teacher is not what kind of knowledge they have right now, I believe, but how much the enthusiasm or passion they really want to teach students. The next thing is in-service education. The OECD countries concerned on ongoing professional development activities are not enough. Korea is, I think, more serious than other countries. Teachers are not satisfied with the content and quality of in-service education. And take a look at this. And these results are related to how many days teachers are using for the developing their professionalism for the previous 18.
You have to conclude. You
Okay.
have 2 minutes left.
Okay. So the Korean teachers are usually spending the 30 days for professional development for last 18 months, but the gap between persons are very big. So we are trying to provide continuing professional development of teachers through teacher appraisers and quality management and effort to improve by evaluating teacher in service training institute. Okay, this is my presentation, and I'm very happy to be here to give some information about teacher policy in Korea. And If you any comments or the questions, please let me know. I will answer your question or comments. But I'm sorry, the time
قد
is
يكون يا أخوان
almost
لنا
running out.
مداخلة واحدة إذا أمكن الوقت، لأن لا يوجد وقت، في أقل من دقيقة. إذا كان أحد عنده استفسار أو تعليق على ما سبق.
Okay, if you have further, if you want to get the further information about the Korean teacher policy, please.
تفضل.
Yes. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله.
أرجو من الأخوة اللي عنده مداخلة معلش يعرف بنفسه.
نحن نحتاج فعلا إلى نقل الخبرات التي تراها في جانب تعديل السلوك لدى الجانح من الطلاب، خاصة في مراحل متعددة من التعليم. نحتاج إلى أن نسمع خبرة من سعادتكم حول هذه الجوانب ورعاية الطلاب سلوكيا، وشكرا.
عفوا، التعريف باسم السائل.
شباب القحطاني، مدير مكتب التربية والتعليم في الفرشة مسارات عبيدة.
طيب نكتفي بهذا القدر. تفضل يا دكتور. You can answer his question.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
He wants a brief experience of teaching. A brief experience, experience of how we can improve the teaching.
As I mentioned before, from 2010, the government introduced the teacher appraiser for professional development. Teachers are evaluated by teachers and students and even parents, and the results of evaluation go to the teachers directly. What kind of the effort they have to do for future, and then they received lots of opinions from students and parents, and as soon as they get the result of evaluation, they have to fill out the kind of the paper which composed of the steps the teachers will have the plan to develop the professional development. I think the evaluation for teachers is most important the key components to let teachers develop their professionalism.
أخواني الحضور، أخواتي، نظرا لضيق الوقت فأعتذر منكم لأخذ أي مداخلة أخرى. باسمي محدثكم زامل بن محمد الصغير من تعليم عنيزة، وزميلي مقرر الجلسة الأستاذ مناجي أبو طالب الغبيشي. نشكر لكم حسن استماعكم، وباسمكم أشكر ضيفنا الكريم على حسن إلقائه، وأرجو أن نكون قد استفدنا وأثرانا ببعض مما لديه. وفي الختام لا أقول إلا شكرا جزيلا لكم، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.